Incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Okay, operating ready? From the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Step 2. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Looking to throw. Edwards. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down inside the 30. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Ready?
They go play action here on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Okay,
here's 2nd and 10.
Red. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Edwards. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A run straight ahead with Genty. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Genty.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Stout toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 25 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
7-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10.
79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
Looking to throw. Edwards. He completes it to Boyd. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go! Panther 11. Panther 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Edwards. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this returnable for Sims. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to Genty on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Stout. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stout. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 19. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stout. Over the middle, there's a diving catch. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jeanty. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it into Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Browns nothing.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Edwards. Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know the bull.
And now look at him go. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Y'all got to call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ready, more power.
Ready.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. 79, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd and 5. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Maverick, 60 Maverick. Viking, 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That is incomplete.
That's where you're counting on the receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Come on, come on. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. They'll swing this out to Judkins. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Get up. 18, 5, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He gets this into the hands of Jenkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
At the 39-yard line.
65 catch, 65 catch.
Off play action. Edwards. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? And a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Come 19! Come 19! Go street! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Ready, set.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Go! Ready, ready.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead to give up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the give, Gianti. Still going. They can't stop him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
On first down, it's Gianti. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Once again, it's Gianti. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stout. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On the give, Gianti. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Up the middle they go. Gant. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
The slot man in motion right. Now a hand off to Gianti. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run. Here comes Gianti. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Genty. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the set. Come on. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one is complete to Judkins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready? 19.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
2nd down and a yard. A give up the middle. Jenkins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
19 tight. Let's go now. Coogan, go.
Back to throw. Edwards. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go. Bronco lady. Ready up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Greg Calcaterra, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
That's caught.
I don't know about you. I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, a 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Look in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A run, it's Genty. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A.J.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Edwards. Complete to Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Edwards. In trouble, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and